last time did not work out real well. Oh, we are live. Okay. So let me just check over here on LinkedIn. If your event shows live after the broadcast. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's still telling me starting soon. Why is that?
It says we're live.
I know,
Let me
but
check.
I'm looking in LinkedIn. What's happening now? Yay! I think I did it. I'm
Okay.
excited. I had to send out apologies last time and send the Zoom link real quick. So I think I got it this time. I see us live on LinkedIn. All right. So welcome to our second Women in Leadership Networking event. I am really, really excited. These things are beginning to kind of take off now, and the response has been really, really good. I'm very happy about that. Today, well, first of all, I'm Dr. Quaylette James. I'm coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada, and my passion is igniting people's greatness to make sure, and especially in women, but across the board, I want the fellas to feel like kings too, but especially in women, igniting your greatness that's within you, that you were created to do and to be, and to empower you to embrace your uniqueness. I created this to have a safe space where women could come together and network with one another. I believe that collaboration is the currency of the now. It's not of the future. It is right now, and the more that we can connect with one another and collaborate with one another, the stronger we are and the greater we are, because no woman is an island. We need to be working hand in hand with one another. So with that being said, for all of those of you that are live on LinkedIn, please feel free to put in your contact information, who you are, what you do. Our panelists are about to introduce themselves, but I want to make sure that you guys are taking advantage of this networking opportunity, because you never know who's here that can utilize what it is that you have to offer. Okay. So that's the whole point of this, is coming together and to do this. Our format basically is, like I said, the ladies are each going to introduce themselves and tell you a little bit about themselves. And then we'll do this conversation about innovation. Some of them will talk to you about innovation in the technological space, and in different opportunities that are out here for innovation. And then some are going to talk about reinventing themselves, because that's part of innovation as well. We keep going through different seasons of life, and every time we transition another season, there's a new opportunity to reinvent ourselves. So with that being said, I'm going to start this off with my sister friend, Miss Crystal Davis. And just, Crystal, please tell our ladies who you are and what you do.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for inviting me to be on this panel today and to talk about these two topics, because they're very personal and near and dear to my heart. So, good afternoon, all. I am Crystal Y. Davis, and I am the CEO and founder of a boutique consulting firm, the Lean Coach Incorporated. I also have the pleasure of serving as the Vice President of Continuous Improvement and Transformation for a manufacturing company, Associated Materials, which is I wonder, am I crazy? What in the world is going on? But again, those are the things we need to talk about today. And so I've been in business for 11 years. I love the work that I do. In similar vein as Dr. James, I love helping to bring out the brilliance, the greatness, and the genius in people. And it typically is the CEOs of these companies that we partner with in our consulting firm to help them overcome whatever challenges and obstacles that they may have so that they can expand their EBITDA margins, grow their companies, and delight their customers. So I'm delighted to be here today with you ladies.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you. We're going to go to Miss Chantel Smith. How are you today, ma'am?
I am well. How's everyone doing today?
Awesome.
So I want to first thank you, Dr. Colette, for inviting me to be on this panel. I feel honored to be amongst beautiful, powerful women who are not only representing the kingdom, but also representing that we are called to be connected and to help each other to grow, to excel. And so I'm excited. So please forgive me. I try to stay on task, but I get really excited about being able to speak to people and encourage them to become the best version of themselves, right? So I want to say good afternoon to everyone. My name is Chantel Smith. I am the founder of Training for Life. And Training for Life is a movement that's dedicated to helping people heal and grow and thrive spiritually, emotionally, physically, and financially. And so my journey has definitely not been ordinary. I spent the first 15 years of my professional career in law enforcement. And through that time, I found my path to healing and transformation. And I discovered that my true purpose was to help equip others with the tools to face life head on, flat-footed with their chin square to the ground. And now it is my pleasure, and I get the honor of being not just a licensed pastor, a master social worker, a life coach, a mentor. I'm 4 classes shy of an MBA, all those things, right? Those are just things, right? But I've taken all of that knowledge now, and there are tools in my tool belt. And so I've created an integrated clinical knowledge, spiritual wisdom, holistic wellness, as well as financial literacy into one powerful platform where I help people wholly to become the best version of themselves. So in June of this year, I released my first book, The Power of Intentions. That's the banner you see behind me. And I'm honored because that was my 7-year journey, learning how to heal myself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, as well as taking the things that I've learned in life and putting it into a system that actually helps people to really get the answers that they've been searching for, teaching people how to set intentional goals, align their lives for breakthrough, right? And success. And although all of that is wonderful, I still do my trainings. Every other Saturday, I do Resetting Your Resolutions, and it's a training that I host to help people understand that you can push reset any day of the week, any day of the month, any day of the year, so that your life can be intentionally directed towards your goals and your destiny. And so whether it's through my somatic healing techniques, holistic wellness, whether it's from the teachings that I learned from the herbal wisdom of my grandmothers, business development, and even strategical financial freedom plans, I take my mission seriously. And it's simply to help people meet their needs, their goals, their desires. And all of this is to help them understand that they have real tools to help them for their real life. And so Training for Life isn't just a business for me, it's my calling, it's my passion. And we're a community and a movement of transformation. And so I'm honored to share this platform with you all today.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. All right. My other sister friend that's been in my life for God almost 15 years now, Miss Celeste LaRue. How are you, ma'am?
I am doing great. It's a beautiful day in Daphne, Alabama, and got up early and sat on the back porch and had some reflection time and just preparing to be part of this group of powerful women sharing their experience and you know how to innovate. And it's kind of interesting because if I tell you what I do now, I have to start with what I've done. And part of that is just recycling my life experience. And when Coylette and I met, I was in Nashville, Tennessee with her, and the president and founder of the Tennessee Christian Chamber of Commerce which was founded in 2008. And I ran that as executive director for 4 years. And then after that, there was really no reason to put another Tennessee Christian Chamber of Commerce in Tennessee. So I had to move. That really wasn't the intention or the reason that I got from there to here to Daphne, Alabama. But it's interesting because I look at where I am now, don't know why, God brought me here. But really, I think what I like to do, or what I'm gifted to do or anointed to do, is to build community for believers in the marketplace, and allowing people to be encouraged by one another of like minds. And Stephen Covey talks about in his book, The Speed of Trust, that there's an economic formula for trust. And the quicker that the more you trust someone, the easier it is to conduct a business transaction. The lower the trust level, the longer it takes, and the more money it takes. Mm-hmm. So I just apply that to this concept. And so by the time that I left the Tennessee Christian Chamber, it was 2012. So I ran it for 4 years and did a lot of other things in ministry. I worked in prison ministry and marriage ministry. I, did some secular things, and just nothing seemed to fit. And I felt like I couldn't find my tribe. And really, that tribe is in unity with the Holy Spirit in each person that I encounter. So when I came here 2 years ago in July now, I was working for the marriage ministry, able to leave Nashville to come to a little place that's a little more tranquil, a little slower, 45 minutes from the beach, a mile from I-10, a mile from the bay, Mobile Bay, which, by the way, was discovered and named the Bay of the Holy Spirit, which I didn't know until recently. So I lost my job in December, and I've been on Glassdoor, LinkedIn, Indeed, and I know, I've got a lot of experience, and I'm aggravated, frustrated that I can't, seem to land a job. And one of my girlfriends here, she said, well, Celeste, what have you done? And I told her, well, I founded the Tennessee Christian Chamber, and she went, oh, we need one of those here. But, I kept looking for a job. But her excitement got me reignited. And so when we talk about innovation, I'm basically doing what I did then, knowing what I know now, to advance the kingdom in the marketplace in a different community. At the time, I was told I was one of the titans of this movement in 2008, and now there are a lot more Christian chambers of commerce across the country. As a result of that, God is just he's really showing off. Let's just put it that way. And every day there's some little miracle that he shows me that I'm on the right track. So that's what I do, build community with believers in the marketplace, and just trusting God that this is where I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to do, and watch him do the rest.
Awesome. I love it. All right. Last but not least, Miss Jennifer Harrington. How are you, ma'am?
I am at awe at all the stories I've just heard, and just so inspired and so incredibly happy to be here with you, Dr. Colette, and everyone else that's with us, that's joined us. It's a great morning. It's 9 o'clock on the West Coast.
Yeah.
And hearing Celeste tell her story just reminded me that innovation isn't always about creating something new. Mm-hmm. It really isn't. Sometimes it's about seeing with fresh eyes how to be better at what he's already given us, a better steward of what he's already given us. And he spoke through your friend to you to say, this is what's needed. So I absolutely love that story. Yeah. So Celeste has already said, I'm not Celeste. Colette has already said my name. My name is Jennifer Harrington, and I'm honored to be here with everyone today. A little bit about my story. First off, let me tell you where I am. I'm the founder of Correctel, where I help mission-driven organizations, universities, hospitals, nonprofits, uncover hidden savings and their telecom expenses.
Mhm.
Most organizations have a core operations, a university, educating youth or educating post-secondary students. However, they have to have telecommunications in order to do that work. Most times, just like we get a telecommunications bill, our cable bill, our cell phone bill, there's these little lines on there that are called something, and we don't know what that something is or what that cost is, but we presume it's right and we just pay it. Well, imagine being a large organization, complex organization, have lots of lines of service, and you don't know if it's right or you don't know if it's wrong, but what you do know is that you need it to do your core mission. So you just pay it, and you pay it over and over again every month. And what we do is we help organizations be better stewards of their resources. We come in, we use our expertise, we evaluate the bills, we correct the bills based upon, and then we recover dollars based upon that statute of limitations of that area or jurisdiction. Sometimes it's 3 years, sometimes it's 4, but depending upon how large that organization is and just how much they didn't know they were giving away unnecessarily, we can recover a good amount. So before launching Correctel, Celeste, I'm going to follow your lead. It's important to see how I got here. I started off at the bedside, respiratory therapist, taking care of patients who are either COPD or patients in long-term acute care facilities with trach, etc. And I just saw my people, my Black and brown people, not getting the care that they need to prevent them from becoming or being in the situation that they're in today. From asthmatics for those who are addicted to cigarettes, etc. And so I said, how could I be more of an impact to a larger population instead of just one patient at a time? And so I decided to go back and get my master's degree in healthcare administration. And I ran hospitals and clinics for a little over 2 decades. And then there was H1N1, there was Ebola. You might have heard about it. There's this thing called COVID. It's crazy. And I said, oh, to whom much is given, much is required. And I didn't know that I wanted to be required to do that much anymore. So in 23, I launched Correctel. So I am now doing things that help organizations recover funds so they can put more money into their mission. And from my background, more care for those who are in the community, more care for those patients that are coming into the hospitals, and better care those hospitals can provide. I've just seen that innovation isn't always about shiny technology for the biggest ideas, right? Sometimes it's about courage, stewardship. That's what I've done. Stepped out and said, okay, what can I do with the skills and talents you've given me? And how can I find creative ways to do more with what you've already given me? My culture says you make a way out of no way.
Okay.
And so that is what we're doing, taking what we've already been blessed with and making that dollar go further. So for me, faith and innovation, they just go hand in hand. I took a leap of faith and came to Dr. Coylette James's spiritual retreat last week. And she promised me on the first day that I'm not going to leave here like I came. And I assure you, all these words pouring out of my heart and to you all is a result of my week-long time with her. It has truly just been amazing. So I'm here, share my heart for my work and the journey I'm taking this coming season. And I'm excited to be a part of this panel. Thank you, Dr. Coylette.
Awesome. Thank you, each and every one of you ladies, for sharing your journey and sharing the reinventing yourself. I'm going to get a little technical now, though. I want to go to Crystal and talk about where we fit in as women in this technological era, in this era of innovation. You know, what are you seeing? Because you're out here on the front line. I mean, we've all had to reinvent ourselves multiple times, and I'm hoping that the ladies that are watching, and thank you for putting your information in the chat, keep putting it in so that people know how to reach you. But what are you seeing out here in this climate that we currently exist in?
So great question. So I'll speak from two perspectives. I'll speak from the perspective of first from women, and then as a business owner.
Okay.
So economically, there's a lot of uncertainty. You see and it's confusing because you see the stock market doing really well. You see, Bitcoin and the likes doing well, but then you see also statistics like 300,000 Black women losing their jobs in the last 3 months. and so you see lots of companies with layoffs. And so from the perspective from both sides, what I'm seeing and hearing from CEOs that I work with are that a lot of contracts are being rolled back. I've personally, in my business, experienced significant downturn in our client base this year. And also, a lot of companies see their sales slowing down. So even if they have products that they sell to consumers, they see their sales slowing down. So then there's a trickle down effect into manufacturing, supply chain, so forth and so on. And then you factor in the impact of tariffs on that. So what I see in terms of, and where I'm guiding women in my circle, and whether they're working for a company or have their own company, is that you've got to resolve any hesitation, fear, or disdain that you have about artificial intelligence. Because what I am noticing is that in the place where companies are spending money, it's related to artificial intelligence. And so, whatever your career field is, there is a place where you can have ethical, human enabled, and solution oriented AI augmentation, that if you learn it and if you apply it, and then if you can also find a way, if you're a business person, to then ingrain that into a solution for problems that they're experiencing right now, then you are in a winning space. You're in a winning space.
I love that. I have a soapbox similar to that, especially with people of faith and older people. I'm almost 70, so I'm in that space, right? I'm totally in that space where everybody is running around so afraid, and it's the devil, and it's this and it's that. No, people, it's a tool. It's a tool. And it just depends on whose hands it is in, whether it's a good tool or a bad tool.
Exactly. And if I may, it's just, that's all the more reason for them to engage now, to help the tool learn to have the right types of ethics, the right types of, to avoid biases, and to make sure that the voice of women is present in everything that it's learning.
So it's important.
It's extremely important.
It's a sponge. It's soaking in all the information we get. So if we as women aren't feeding it information, then it's going to stay biased toward the male population. I love my kings, okay? I'm nothing against my kings, but baby, we are queens and we need to be represented.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly. So that's definitely what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm gonna jump to Jennifer real quick, because Jennifer had an encounter last week with chat.
Oh boy.
I mean, from the innovative perspective, because Jennifer already had her company, she already knew where she was going and what she wanted to do, but there was this new passion and fire that ignited in her when she understood it as a tool. So Jennifer, I want you to share on that a little bit.
And I'm going to expand upon that. It's not just a tool, it's my teammate. It's my teammate at this point. And I have renamed my teammate to Core Keeper, because I want him to make sure that he helps everything that's in my core stay there. Remind me when I'm starting to go this way. It's your job to say, oh no, but you want to do this. You want to build a business off of kingdom principles. Well, let me just make sure you have that in your communication style, in your approach, in your materials, So I absolutely love it, and I just realized too, and as I'm thinking about, or reflecting on Crystal's comments, leveraging AI and thinking to myself, those organizations that are going to win are going to be the ones that are going to be looking for organizations like Correctel to leverage AI and technology to do it more efficiently, because you're going to either win on the expense side. Healthcare administration, hospitals don't get reimbursed that much. So the only way they win is to reduce on their expense lines. That's what, and then there's other organizations that's on the other side. They win by enhancing their revenue side to those who can retain. And so I said to myself, not myself, I said to Coylette yesterday, did you know? And she had shared a post with me because it piggybacked on our conversation we were having last week when she introduced me to the fact that you can have a custom GPT. I said, that's a thing. I am that far behind, but I'm not anymore. Like she said, come out different than you came in. Yes. Crystal, what you want to say?
When you made your introduction, I wrote down, I said, talk with Jennifer afterwards about an AI agent that can review the telecom bills at 10x or 100x, so she can
Yes.
There's no capacity shortage for you.
Yes.
In terms of the clients that you can help.
Oh, and the game changer is this, because it's not just reviewing the bill. It's way more complicated than that.
Yeah.
But
that was just the start.
That was just the start. What I
repetitive, redundant work. So then it just spits out all the value work, and you say, okay, now here's my high value price offer where we're gonna come in and consult.
Yes. And what I am learning now that you can create your own chat, your own GPT.
Girl, she created one yesterday. I just have to say that. She created her own. I'm like, oh, Ducky now. You go, girl.
Yes. But think about this, Crystal, because since I see your wheels spinning, or I hear your wheels spinning, there's a recovery piece on the front end. And then there's an assurance piece after we recover and fix everything. No organization stays static. Organizations are constantly evolving, dynamic, whether they're growing through acquisitions or growing through organically, no matter what. And no one ever thinks about how this is impacting our telecom bill. Right. So there's a second stage to the work we do, which is assurance. Crystal, if I could train the GPT to say, this is David's organization, and this is what it should be. Win, right? Win. That's a different GPT. And this is what it should look like. It could be the watchdog for that organization as they continue to evolve, grow, and span. Of course, you feed it different inputs, et cetera, that says, okay, this is what they're planning to do per their strategic plan, which we watch out for, et cetera. But there's all kinds of things that we can do with it. And what I learned recently, yesterday, from the post is that these custom GPTs can talk to one another. I said, don't tell me I can have an army.
Yes. Maybe they could answer the phone.
They can.
No, they can.
They can.
They can actually
that I'm transitioning from has done
the whole business model.
They've done that.
They can actually call and book your reservation.
Press 2, press 4, press 3, and
yes.
And the
information you give it can give you the answers that you need. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I have a total AI staff.
Yes, exactly.
I have 7 AI staff that do various things. I get a detailed report every evening. And in the morning, they ask me, how do we start the day? What do you want us to focus on today?
That part.
From my social media to answering responding my emails and giving me a template. This is a professional response. This is a more lighter, casual response. Which would you like for me to reply with?
Okay, time out.
Celeste will go now on what she can offer these businesses that come into the chamber.
Exactly. I think I forgot to tell you this part, that after starting the Tennessee Christian Chamber, I'm starting the Coastal Alabama Christian Chamber. That was kind of a key point that I don't think I mentioned. So here I am trying to do all of these integrations with my MailChimp and my Membership Works and my Salesforce and my QuickBooks. And I'm like, I need a virtual assistant. I've got someone in the Philippines I can talk to. I have a meeting tomorrow with someone in Honduras, and you're telling me I already have the ability to
You
do
already
that
have
with
it.
AI?
Yeah.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
then you need
So
an
who do I need to
all-in-one
call
tool.
after this?
Mhm.
Raise your hand.
For
Okay,
repetitive
see,
tasks.
there's these aha moments going on right now, and I'm hoping, ladies, that you
Well,
that are here that are having these aha moments as
well,
well.
wait a minute. I got to
Because
tell you, you know, all of this stuff didn't exist when I started the Tennessee Christian Chamber. So the
No.
learning curve for me is quite steep without any staff. And even back then, Facebook didn't exist in 2008. We're trying to figure out, you know, what to do with
it was
Facebook.
MySpace. I remember
Yeah.
'cause that was when I
And
was
now
on
we've got
MySpace.
AI, and I know I do
Yes,
use it a
ma'am.
lot for writing copy, you know, for working on my strategic plan, for even writing bylaws. I mean, I've done it to that extent, but I need more physical support. And if
Mhm.
there's
Yeah.
small tasks like that, I need some help. I need some help.
So you need
Help.
to talk to Chantel.
Yeah.
So Chantel can tell you about her whole army of
Okay.
staff
Mhm.
Well,
that are all AI.
you know, Jennifer, you were talking about, you did a whole 180. I mean, this is totally technical, like from what you did before.
Oh no, it's not.
It's
I don't
not.
want to suggest that it is very different. What's different is my perspective on how I use the tool.
Yes.
Oh.
An example would be, so I hear, and where I was before is where your evolution is, where Chantal, she's using GPTs to do automations. I get a message every morning, every Monday morning about what happened last week, etc. So I was already there.
Okay.
My evolution, which is what I'm going to say to you, Celeste, that I didn't even know existed until I met Dr. Coylette. You can create a custom GPT where you can theoretically create a GPT that can support other Celestes like you around the nation and creating their own Christian Chamber of Commerce.
Right.
And you can monetize that GPT that you create, that you can give to the Celeste that is in these different areas to say, you need help, ask GPT this question. And you've already created this, because the one thing technology can't do is create it on paper. I tell my students, I used to teach at Cal State, I'll still teach at Cal State East Bay, but I would tell them, technology is just paving the road. Way back in the day, I drove down the road in the back of I rode down the road on a bumpy road, on a gravel road in North Carolina, and the sticks. And I know how bumpy it is. But can you imagine when they pave the road, how smooth it is and how fast you can go? That's all technology is doing.
Right.
And what you did is you put it on paper and in your brain and in your head, and you've already developed it in Tennessee. Now you just got to put it in the technology. So all the Celeste can drive down that road as fast as they can where they are around the
GPT.
And
So I'm just using like regular Chat GPT, but you're saying that's not.
You can in Chat GPT build your own personalized GPT. I have one called Faith Biz Blueprint, and it's a business GPT that keep for kingdom minded entrepreneurs to keep them on track to make sure that everything they're doing is centered around kingdom laws, kingdom rules, kingdom just keep you centered. Okay. I mean, and fully business oriented. With everything that you need to stay on task for business. It's like whatever it is. So yours could be fully educating on Chamber of Commerce's. It's just there's so much that you can do out here now. I know Chantel, she's really big in the holistic space, you know, and her grandmother was an herbalist. So, you know, she's got all of this going on, and she can help people stay holistic with GPTs that she builds.
Right.
Also
Sounds to me like it.
I'm sorry, I'm also in the process right now working with someone that's going to, as I'm creating a GPT, he's creating one that looks like me, that can actually do the evaluation, the health evaluation with my clients. So I don't have to take time out of my day or making my products for my clients. to
Yes.
just answer their questions and just to give them a baseline of what I do and how what I'm going to do is going to help them. It already has the set questions, it already has the answers. So
Mhm.
all of that is getting done now. And I'll be able to do that soon, as well as my soul healing sessions uh, with all of the technology from the DSM to the spiritual deliverance teachings and models and everything that I teach,
Yes.
along with the book that I'm actually writing about that. So all of that is already being programmed into it so that it can answer the questions and give them what they need and they don't lack anything.
Right.
But also I get a notification if there's something that happens that's outside of the norm that I need to put my eyes on and respond.
Mhm.
That's the beautiful part, right? Is identifying the redundant work that you've mastered. It's kind of, I'm answering the same types of questions. So that's the other thing that people need to understand is you're engaging in it, adopting your values and your principles and the way that you think. And so for those kind of redundant things that you're answering, all consider like frequently asked questions, you can eliminate having to take your time to do that so that you can focus on the higher value pieces that
Mhm.
you deliver to your clients. So it's not like you're cheating
Mhm.
your clients, because what you're doing is you're actually um, preserving your energy and your strength to be more available for them on the high value things.
Yes.
But even
Yes.
those things that
I was
are
just talking about
consistently
that this
changed,
morning,
right?
Crystal.
Yeah,
That these things that I'm doing, I don't need to be doing. Not that I
right.
can't do them,
Exactly.
but I'm not operating in my
In
strengths.
your zone of genius, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You need to be the face. You need somebody else doing the work behind the scenes.
Yes.
Seriously.
Yeah.
That's what innovation will do for us. It frees us up to be who we need to be.
Yes.
I needed to be at the retreat last week,
Mhm.
pouring into the women, but I have a virtual assistant that's a for real person that can use the tools that he has
That's
to make
right.
sure I'm still out in front. I'm still being vocal. I'm still, you know what I'm saying? I'm still
Mhm.
attending to what I need to attend to
Mhm.
in the social media arena
Right.
while I do what only I can do.
Mhm.
And that's the beauty of
I
innovation.
see it also making the marketplace more competitive.
Absolutely. That is
And
the
that,
key.
yeah, and that if you're not doing that, I'm just kind of like a like they say a baby Christian, a baby AI user. I know just enough to be dangerous, but I see the potential and capacity that it has. But the other thing that I've been uh, I don't know if I want to say warned about, but the content or the um, um,
Hallucinations.
No, it's private. I
the
understand what you're
intellectual
saying.
property.
So they,
Oh yeah.
right, the
Yeah, you have to
intellectual
make
property.
your changes
So
that
you
sorry.
can go
private.
in and you can set it to where it will not
It's not
train
going to
other
publish.
bots, and it's not available for other AI or bots to come in
Right.
and create your
Mhm.
content. So
Oh,
there are
that's really important.
Mhm.
rules built in that you can select so that
Exactly.
your stuff stays yourself. Now, saying that, I still advise people don't put personal stuff into AI. Don't do
Right.
it. It's just a word to the wise.
Mhm.
But as far as the concepts and stuff that you're going in, you can put multi-factor authenticators
Mhm.
on your AI so that only you can get into it. There's a lot of security around it now to keep
Coyle,
this.
you are no way
Yes.
70 years old to know all this about technology. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
She
You
is.
know, I have always wanted to stay relevant. I'll be 80 and still telling you how this flying car is working right now. Okay?
Exactly.
I have to stay relevant because I'm only as good as the information that I take into myself.
Well, I feel like I just
Pour
got
out what
adopted
I've taken in.
by the four of you here because you are using this, and I don't know. I guess I didn't expect that this would take this turn, but God always has a reason for stopping time.
That he does.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That he does.
Yes.
If I might,
I'm sorry.
oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
May I just interject something? As Celeste, you're learning. I'm sure there's probably, if we're a good sample of the population that is watching us, I'm sure
Yeah.
there's others there are others out there that are where you are. Baby AI.
Yeah.
I might be toddler AI or elementary school AI. I'm definitely not where Dr. Coylette is.
No.
But I want to make sure I point something out too that was talked about by Dr. Coylette and talked about by Crystal. So I want Crystal to, it sounds like she probably knows a little bit more about what hallucinations are.
Yeah, I'm junior high school. She's college.
I thought she was being rude.
Oh boy.
No.
So I'd love for Crystal kind of explain what hallucinations are. But more importantly, Dr. Coylette made a comment that she has a real a virtual assistant, a real person. So one thing I'm not ever going to do is leave everything to AI, because the AI needs to be watched. And her VA is using those tools, but he's also watching and making sure it still aligns. And I think that's always going to be necessary. I know a lot of people think AI is just going to take over certain tasks or certain jobs. I think that is the case for certain things that they don't need to be monitored or governed, but a lot of things that people are fearful of about what AI they think is going to do or take over, I don't think they realize there's AI is actually creating new jobs,
Right.
jobs that didn't exist before because of, and one example would be these hallucinations. I think that if I'm understanding what hallucinations are, so Crystal,
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, so I'll elaborate just a little bit. So think of the when you ask it a question or prompt it, it's wanting to satisfy your request. And so sometimes it will pull information without fully vetting the response back. And that's called a hallucination. And sometimes it'll even make up a response based off of pulling all of these things, right? It'll make up a response. And so it's like half truths sometimes. And so it's important that in your prompting, you learn to ask it for sources, ask it to ask you clarifying questions so that, and you can be honest with it and say, don't lie to me. Don't pull false information. Don't pull information from sources that you don't trust, right? And so you do all of those things, and it will correct itself. And so you do all of those things again. That goes back to why it's important that our voices are represented, because we want it to be honest, we want it to be ethical, we want there to be integrity. And so that's why it's important that our voices are involved in AI, so that we're laying that foundation that we don't want that. And so you'll notice now, depending on the version of, whether it's ChatGPT, Claude, Grok, any of them, that it'll start to attach the sources. So you can go back and verify, is this a real legitimate source? Is it a source that I trust? Or is it like, someone's opinion? And so it's very important that you're teaching it not to hallucinate and not to just give you a response because you're making it, it wants to satisfy you.
Right.
You want to build that, this is going to sound so odd, you want to build that relationship where you get it to the point that you can trust the outcomes or the output of the answers. But I always say things like, ask me 3 clarifying questions before you give me a response. Make sure you're pulling from, ethical and reliable sources. Act as a investigative reporter for the Wall Street Journal or the X or Y, because I'm directing it and teaching it that if I'm going to use this in an outcome with one of my clients, it's got to be spot on. Right.
Wow.
So that's how you want to treat that. And then the other piece I was going to add, as you all were talking, is that I think one of the most important things for the listeners to take away when it comes to reinventing. So if you think about that group of 300,000 women are those entrepreneurs that have lost business, this is a way to level the playing field. There are tools available to you, not just ChatGPT or Claude, but even other tools that are coming out, N8N, Manas. I could, go on, not promoting anyone in particular, but that can help your business have the same tools and resources as a Fortune 500 company. And that
Amen.
when you're reinventing yourself, particularly if you are, you've lost your job and you may not be interested in starting a business per se, but if you can reflect on the skills that you have, whether it's project management, whether it is admin, whether it is management, all of those skills are transferable and they can be amplified with the use of particular and specific artificial intelligence tools that really will help you quantum leap, whether you go into a new job or whether you say, you know what, I want to be an independent consultant.
Amen. Amen.
So,
I am actually going after my AI certification right now. And one of the listeners put in, with respect of ethics to AI, they recommended the book Unmasking AI. I think we need to learn everything we can about it, so that we can utilize it more properly. And I love what Crystal was saying, about checking the sources. Excuse me. One of the things that most of will tell you right on the screen is AI makes mistakes. Please double check the information. And that's really, really important to do. Don't just go in and just solely rely on it without doing your own homework and your own research. Seriously, that is very, very important. If there's any questions, it's like we have taken the whole 45 minutes just with this conversation. I'm going to ask each one of you ladies, please put your contact information into the comment section over here on the side here.
Dr. Corlett, I cannot get to it. I've been trying to I can't get to it. It's not accepting.
You don't see it on the side of the screen?
You got to go through YouTube. Is that what it's asking?
Yes.
No, you should be able to write down at the bottom of the screen. There's where it says post a comment. You should be able to post right there.
It's asking me to connect to comment, and then it's asking me to connect via YouTube.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
And then it says an error occurred, but it's not your fault when I try and go through all the links.
We'll make mistakes.
I think we can go and link in after.
I'll put all of your links and your information in after the fact. But I want everybody to be able to reach you guys. I am so appreciative of this conversation, and I'm hopeful that all of the ladies that have joined in and that are watching, and this will stay up on LinkedIn, and it will also stay on my YouTube channel. If you need to go in.
Is it over?
Well,
you don't want to stop, do you, Celeste? I know you want more.
It was slated for 45 minutes. We've been on here 47 now. So.
I just want to say something. So we're all getting the same thing, but on here it says a private chat. So if we put our information in the private chat, would you be able to just transfer it over into the actual chat?
Yes. That would be so helpful for me. If you can do that, that would be so helpful. Absolutely.
We'll figure it out. Maybe the old-fashioned way.
It's just I love these conversations because it starts people's mind to thinking. And listen, I'm all for work smarter, not harder, for real, and that's what technology does for us. That's exactly what technology does for us. I do want to put in a little plug for our networking event for next month. It'll be October the 14th, and it's going to deal with the importance of your story. How important it is for your story to be told. I mean, if you notice, every one of these ladies, they opened up and they told you about themselves. And it's important to connect with that. Our stories help us to grow into who we were created to be. All right. And I also, ladies, I didn't set this networking up event to be just solely faith-based, but God knows what he's doing. So, don't feel like, if that's not your belief system or your background, that this isn't for you. This is for women, period. this is for women, and you just never know. I have someone that I met in Spain that just over conversations, just things started to grow within her. So you just never know what's going to grow. But I'm just really excited about what has happened. I'm excited about all of the comments that are over here from all of the LinkedIn viewers and what have you, and just the fact that hopefully your mind is expanding. I love to expand the territory of the mind so that you'll realize that, the half has not even been told on where you are going. Like I said, I have a birthday next month. I'll be 69. So I'm like a year and 1 month from 70. Seriously. And I have no intentions of stopping. This is just a whole new pivot and a new road that God is taking me down. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited that I'm still alive to see what's happening and what's possible. So, like I said, I'll be 80, Celeste, and I'll be going, this car out here that drives, hey, this is how it works.
And I'll be there.
I won't be riding in it because I prefer to control my car, but I'll tell you how it works.
It's been a blessing meeting everybody.
Yes,
We're going to
indeed.
close out at the top of the hour, but closing remarks from each of you. And Celeste, I'm going to ask you to go first.
Oh, well, I guess, never think that you know everything, right? And two minds are better than one, and more than that, even better. So I think, what is the scripture about? With the body, there are many parts. And so I just want to thank everybody for being here and being part of it. I look forward to connecting with you after this. And I hope I made a contribution today to your program.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ms. Chantel.
So my closing remarks to people will be, check what's in your hand. Because we all are equipped with everything that we need to become the best version of ourselves.
Yes.
And so it's already in you. So check what's in your hand. Check what's in your tool belt. All of the knowledge and wisdom, all of the experiences that you've endured and overcome, because you have a 100% track record of exceeding, surviving every worst day of your life.
That's right.
And so because of that, you stand now, sound mind, sound body. So take what's in your hand and use it, whether it's to start over, whether it's to continue building, or whether it's to excel and become a platform for someone else to launch from.
I love it. Thank you. Jennifer.
I'll be quick. What we learned is technology is a multiplier. And it takes our courage to invest in it, because before it used to be a luxury. Oh, I can't get that because technology costs too much. I would say there's table stakes at this point.
Yeah.
If you don't invest in technology, it is the infrastructure right now of resilience through these hard times that we talked about earlier. And while there was a movie I was watching that said, when there's blood on the streets, buy property. There is blood on the streets. Invest in technology so that you will have figured it all out. You won't be a novice. You won't be in elementary school. You'll be in junior high or high school or even in college by the time this economy recovers, and you'll be ready and you'll have everything you need in your tool belt. You'll already understand the technology piece. Is what I'll say. And the last piece I'll just say, when women innovate, because we are amazing. We don't just create solutions. We create ripples of impact.
Hey.
We strengthen families, communities. We are. And I can't wait to see what these women on this panel are going to be doing the next month, year or two, and those who are with us today. So please share, because I want to stay connected and I want to hear about it all, and I want to be your biggest champion.
Amen.
All right.
Same
All
here.
right. I love that. All right, Miss Crystal White Davis.
Yes. So I would leave you with this: faith without works is dead. And it takes action.
Yes.
We ask God, the universe, and they already deliver. All we have to do is get in alignment with that and take one step, 2 steps, maybe a negative step, but keep taking action to move forward. And if you are in a position where You have job loss or business loss, grieve it, process, but keep moving. Keep moving, keep moving. Faith without works is dead.
I love it. I love it. Faith is an action word.
It
People
is an
don't
action
realize
word.
that. It's not just a noun, it is an action word. You have to put it into action.
That's right.
Yes.
Seriously.
That's right. Oh, and one last piece. The how is none of your business.
That's right.
Come on.
Say it again. Say it
The
again.
how is none of your business.
I gotta preach.
Your job is to
Gotta
act.
preach. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning that the why sometimes is none of your business either. Because I was always a why
That's it.
child. Well, why? If you
Mhm.
can tell me why I need to do this, then I'm cool. You, God, you know how, whatever, how is fine. I'm good with giving that to you. But if you can just tell me why. And sometimes
Yeah. Colette, you know, growing up, your parents used to say, because I said so. So just think that that's what God said, because I said so.
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
Yes. That's why.
Because
As I said.
I'm over 50, and that statement right there,
Uh-huh.
after it made my lips this big from being
right?
yeah, after that, yeah. After that statement right there was that was the end of the
We're all
conversation.
from that generation
That's-
that, you know, it would be corporal punishment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's still like in that era. But you know what? It shaped us and it made us very respectful and very resourceful.
Yes.
It did. And the one thing I've learned from this generation that's coming up, they don't understand the concept of killing the flesh, dying to the flesh.
Mhm.
Everything has been so instant for them, that instant gratification, the instant meal, the instant satisfaction, instant this. And they don't understand that sometimes you have to tarry. Sometimes you have to wait for it. Sometimes they don't understand it's seed, time, and harvest. So it's seed, time, and then harvest. And if you don't understand that time in the middle, the only difference between someone being buried and someone being planted is the intentions of the one doing the digging. And so until you understand that the one who dug the hole and put you in there understood that you have to die, because when you put a seed in the ground, it has to die in order for the shell to be soft enough for the seedling to push through and come up and begin to sprout. So if you're not ready to die, then you're not going to be able to sprout and then to spring forth new light, new life, new
So
transition.
Chantel,
I'm sorry.
I heard this for the first time this week. When's the best time to plant a tree? 30 years ago? When's the second best time?
Today.
Yeah.
Right now.
Right now.
That was a new one for
This has
me.
been awesome. This has
Absolutely.
been awesome.
And that's exactly what I've been working on with people. I've been telling them, view your life as a garden. Quit worrying about how green somebody else's stuff is. Quit worrying about how beautiful their roses are. Baby, if you apply the sun, the S-O-N, into your garden, if you put some fertilizer, meaning go back and figure out what's missing out of your tool belt and go and get what you need from wherever you need it. Stop, put your pride aside, put your expectations aside, because God has never been concerned about what you feel about a thing, what you thought about a thing. He was concerned about your obedience about the thing, okay? So when he said go, he meant go. When he said do it, he meant do it. When he said say it, he meant say it. So if you're not going to do all those things, then guess what? Sit right there, put your hands up under your legs, real tight and snug, right? And just have many seats and just stay there until you're ready to be in action. Because the best time and the only time I saw the movement, I saw the growth, I saw the hope, I saw the help come is when I got up off my knees from praying and I started moving while I was praying.
Yeah.
We got to get busy about what he told us to do.
Yes,
we got to get busy about what he told us to say. We got to get out there, because guess what? This world is in need of help, hope, and lifelines. And until we're ready to give it, until we're ready to be it, then guess what? All you're doing is perpetuating the cycles.
I love it. I love it. Close us out, ladies. That is awesome. Thank you all so very much for your time. My panel, you know, y'all all are in my heart, and I'm so grateful to you, to the ladies that tuned in and actually put their information in the comments. I'm grateful. I'm grateful, and I'm really, really excited about what's happening in this space. seriously, where women can come together and to network and to be encouraged, and that territory of the mind expanded. So I'm excited. All right, I am going to push in stream. And again, join us again next month on October 14th, where we will be talking about the importance of your story. God
There you
bless.
go.